Good evening, everybody. It is Tuesday, February the 6th. Welcome to our Mental Wellness Warriors big team meeting. We are the collection of brand partners who are all led by the fearless Laura Evans. We get to work so closely with Sarah B. And my name is Dr. Lindsay Elmore, and I am so excited to be a one-star diamond here at Amare. I would love to know, it's the 6th of the month. What has been your biggest accomplishment so far this month? Have you gotten your power of one? Have you gotten me in three? Has anybody already done focus on five? Maybe I heard somebody say on one of the calls I've been on in the past couple of days that there's this rule of always be in conversations with 10 people. How many of you are in conversations with 10 people right now that might turn into either customers or brand partners? So I see Paige there in the chat. Anita has the power of one, and we have Kaylin has 5 combos. Brittany got her power of one. That is amazing. Allison has her 10 in play. And Allison, I know we didn't sync up today, but we'd still love to hear from you after we chat with Helen, if you are willing to unmute. And so if you have time, just type in the chat and we'll be happy to talk to you afterwards. So what else are you proud of this month? Maybe you saw the power of one, me and three, focus on five, and you're like, ooh, I'm inadequate. Or maybe when I say like, hey, have 10 conversations going on. Maybe you go like, gosh, it just doesn't seem like I'm working hard enough. Maybe you went to one meeting. Maybe you got into the Canada meeting tonight. Maybe you invited someone to the first of the month call. What is just something, anything that you are proud of that you have accomplished so far this month? All right. Let's go forward and talk some more. Congratulations to our new rank achievers in the month of January. We have 2 new platinums, 3 new silvers, 5 new bronzes, and 16 new brand builders. And that is simply in my and Paige's organization, honestly. So congratulations to Doug Dangler, to Deshae DeVincent, to Marcus Roussel, to Michelle Wong, Riley Gaines, Corey Smock, Christian Olstad, Maria Weiler, Gretchen Adam, and Marla Richardson, as well as all of our new brand builders. The month is young, you guys. What is your goal this month? What is your goal this month? Because here's the thing. Number 1, we have a leap year. Number 2, we have the Canada market opening. Number 3, we also have just some really great incentives going on, and we are going to talk through all of those. Diamond, gold, set your sights big. I just finished. So on Friday, when we do our leadership growth call, we are going to be talking about the Ed Mylett show, specifically the Ed Mylett show that is called Why Bigger is Always Better. It's one of the best. It's probably the best Ed Mylett show I have ever listened to in my entire life, and that is saying something. And the whole premise is think big, go bigger, 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 bigger. Like chase your dreams. All right, I won't give away the punchline for Friday because I want to talk to Helen, because I don't know if you guys follow J. Mark Cole on social media. J. Mark Cole has been the right-hand man to John Maxwell for going on 20 plus years. And he did a post today about the most important quality that a leader can have is coachability. You have to be coachable. And Helen has worked on becoming more coachable and has also worked on actually implementing what she has learned from her coaching. And so Helen, you can read all about her right there. Hopefully many of you know Helen already because she is just such a frequent contributor to our group and always adds so much value. Helen, one of the things I think that gets in our way sometimes is ego. And in order to be coachable, you have to be humble. How did you on your journey learn to strike that balance between having enough ego to say like, I'm gonna achieve diamond, as well as just that humility to say, and that requires me to take feedback? Hang on, let me get you unmuted, friend. Thank you.
Okay, y'all can hear me now?
I am.
So, I've been doing network marketing for a while, but to be quite honest with you, I haven't really done network marketing until I came here to Amare. And I knew right away that I needed to be open and I needed to take, I needed to listen to the people that were doing the network marketing and doing it well. So I kind of latched on to Laura Evans because her heart and my heart kind of go together. And I knew that through her, she was going to help me learn how to navigate being a leader, navigate doing network marketing, which is doing social media, which is what I really needed to learn.
Mhm.
So I just took the time to study, to absolutely study. And if she said do something a certain way, I did it because that's exactly how I needed to grow.
So what types of things did you study along the way?
Well, I mean, I definitely studied all of her social media training.
Hmm.
And I had her look at my social media because she's always open to looking at people's social media. I had her look at mine and tell me exactly what I needed to do.
Hmm.
And I was very, um, I find that when you can be vulnerable and allow people to tell you what you're doing well and what you're not doing well, um, you can really grow from that. And I had to do a lot of growth to be a leader that I am now,
Hmm.
with the team that I have now. And it's just been phenomenal how much it has grown because I've listened, I've stopped, I watch, I sit in the background sometimes, and I know a lot of people think that I'm very quiet, but I'm always paying attention and I'm always noticing what's happening around me. So I like to think that I'm studying a lot.
If you could describe five five adjectives that you would be honored for someone to call you as a leader that you think have been instilled in you through this process of, I love this, of studying, of listening, of stopping, of watching, and and paying attention. That's really profound, Helen. It really, really is. Um, Jess, do you want to unmute? Jess has her hand up. I'll let her. So, how would you describe yourself, Helen? Like the leader you are today that is not the woman that you were when you showed up here. What are some of those words that you would use?
I would want someone to say that I'm powerful because I really feel like I am. I'm a quiet leader. I may be a quiet storm, because I can make things happen when I need to. I believe you told me that one time when we did my Enneagram. You
Hmm.
said you're this, but if you get to this point, it can push you to be a real go-getter. And so I'm on a journey of
Hmm.
finding myself. And it's just been phenomenal how if you really plug into the systems, you can truly learn about yourself. But I'm powerful. I'm loving.
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a hurricane, Suzanne says. Yeah, a little bit of that. I'm also caring.
Hmm.
I am, I'm a leader and I'm going to hit leader. It's going to be soon. And
Hmm.
I'm coachable
Yes.
and I want to be there for people. I want to make a difference. I want to change the world.
Yes,
Inspiration.
absolutely.
Thank you, Deborah Lee. Thank you, Deborah Lee.
Um, this is honestly sometimes very hard for people to do, to remind themselves that they deserve self-assurance and self-approval. And honestly, like Helen, it's been just a joy and honor to watch you grow and watch you. Another thing I would add is consistency is there. Um, as well as you have a you're pretty darn fearless in your willingness to go after people that you don't know and genuinely try to get to know them, add value to their lives so that they come back to you and are like, what is this stuff? What's the happy juice? Because remember, our job, what we hope is that we're not begging people to come with us. We want people to be so inspired by our individual journeys that they decide, hey, I really want to hang out with these peeps more. I love that, Helen. And so if you were to give advice to maybe one of these 16 new brand builders who's looking at you going like, dang it, I want to be platinum too, what would you give them as like your top 3 tips, including please go into, you mentioned when you plug into the systems, tell us about those systems that you would say anybody who really wants to go to Diamond needs to be engaged here, and 2 other tips that you would recommend.
Well, definitely work on your social media.
Mhm.
And if you feel like you need somebody to take a look at, step out and ask
Mm.
because we're here to help. You know, we're definitely here to help. And many, many times I see people's social media and I go to them and I say, can I take a look? Can I give you some feedback? Because I see people making the same mistakes I made a year ago, you know, and so I don't want them to wait that time to learn. So I would definitely say that definitely be consistent. And I know, you know, I waited a long time to get some of the people on my team that were perfect for my team. I'm not a person who's just going to enroll everybody that as brand partners. That's just not my style. I'm more of a build relationships. I'm more of a Laura Evans. I want you on my team, so I'm going to aggravate you probably for 6 or 8 months, love on you, comment on all your stuff, be there for you until the day comes. And I did that to Debbie Burstevart too. I did it to her until you say, I need to be with Helen. And that's how Riley came aboard. And that's how my team just started going crazy. And I have amazing people like Crystalline and Denise McNutt and so many, Verna and so many others that are coming to the team now. People who are just enlightening me so much with, and just lighting a fire in me.
I
Um,
love that. Go ahead.
I also say be accountable. Be accountable for yourself. Be accountable for your team. And embrace change because you may not know everything. Be able to change and pivot and go different ways because things aren't always going to work the way you think they're going to work. It's definitely going to change and there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but stay with it and be consistent.
Uh,
Always ask for feedback too.
So Helen, I don't know if you know how profound what you just said was, because on Friday's call, when we went through the 10 secrets to success, there are 2 ways that we learn things, because one of the secrets to success is never stop learning. Okay. And so when we are learning, we need to, number one, Don Shula said learning is defined as a change in behavior. There are a lot of people who came to a lot of Laura's social media calls and then just kept doing all the same stuff. So what you said is I am going after people because I want to stop them from making the same mistakes that I did. That's great. That's learning by wisdom. That means that you are leading your team with wisdom. John Maxwell says there are 2 ways that people learn. You learn from experience, from your own mistakes in the school of hard knocks, or you learn from the mistakes of others. And this is learning from wisdom. And so congratulations on that. And then the other thing that you mentioned was accountability. Number 10 is be honest and dependable and take responsibility. Otherwise, the other 9 tips to success don't matter. So congratulations, Helen, on all of your success. And hey, I just wonder if anybody on the call was on our Monday call. Riley couldn't be here with us tonight, but Riley has just done extraordinary things in the past month. And if somebody is willing to unmute and say, hey, here's what I learned from Riley, just raise your hand and I'd be happy to allow you to unmute. And everybody drop some claps in the chat for Helen. Thank you so very, very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let me take that pen. Anita, let me get you unmuted, friend. All right, I've given you, there we go. All right, Anita.
Hey.
Helen, thank you so much for volunteering.
Good. Hi, guys. Helen, I don't know you very well, but what I do know about you, I just love. I just had to say that. Yeah, so Riley, who I also don't know at all very well, but what I do know is that she's consistent as heck, and she posts multiple times a day. She's very real. What you see is what you get. And she doesn't try to put up any fronts or make believe she's someone that she's not.
Mhm.
And that's what people are gravitating towards. I mean, that's my personal observation on Facebook in particular.
That's so kind, Anita. Thank you for sharing that with us. Couple of things about Riley that I picked up on the call. Denise, let me unmute you, friend. Thank you, Anita.
Hold on. Ooh, sorry. Technical problems.
You're all
Hold on.
good.
It's me.
We're an easygoing bunch over here.
Okay, there we go.
There we
Hello,
go.
I'm a big hot mess, but it's fine.
There
I
we go.
just wanted to say too, just the inspiration that they are is just, I don't even know if I can really put into words because what they do and like always, like Helen said, like, and it's true, she's there and like might not, you know, I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but like she's always there cheering you on. You know, she's there. And the amount that they do, like helping, like I had, to have help with like one of my customers and just being professional and kind all the time. And like, they're just an inspiration. Like, and it just wants you to, it puts a like fire in me to keep going. It's like, that's the person that I want to be, like how she is and what she was saying, like the people she was looking up to. It's like we look up to her and I look up to Riley. I'm so blessed that she reached out to me. I'm like, I was able to, well, I'm going to pay my parents back, but with what I've been able to do with what I did last month to be able to go back to my parents and say, here, I was able to fix my car. My car completely broke down. I'm like, what am I going to do? I'm like, oh my gosh, my Amari stuff. So it was like meant to happen. And, that's why I was kind of absent today. And they're like, your car's got this and this going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can like pay this back. And it's like, it hit me like a ton of bricks. So like they inspire me, like it almost makes me cry. They inspire me to like want to do better. And then the days I think, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing this. I'm like, no, if I can do it before, I can do it again. It might not be today, but it's going to be because I'm going to keep that fire because they help you keep that fire. Just, they're just very inspiring to keep going.
That is so great.
I just, they're very, I don't even know. They're just, I've never met such kind and like willing to just help everybody. And I know they would. They're both always there and very kind. And
I love that.
I just wanted to share that I was able to get my car fixed. I'm like, oh wait, I've got this and it is possible. And I, tell everybody that I message, I have probably like 20 chats going on. I'm like, they'll come to me when the time is right. I'm not giving up because like that keeps showing up and being consistent. I'm going to be like, what is this juice she's talking about? Why is she on here every day? And as soon as I wake up, I'm seeing Denise, I got the kids making it with me and it's just fun. We were just giggling, having a good time. And, that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm happy to be here with them.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that. And it's those small things. I think sometimes we get into our head that you're not successful until you're making, I don't know, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month, whatever that number is. But stories like the ones that Denise just told us are the ones that actually resonate with people. If you are inspired by the fact that Denise was able to pay back her parents and give a little extra and repair her car without stress, that's something you can go and put on your social media. Like, what would your life look like with 5, 6, 7, 800 extra dollars, right? What would your life look like if you were making enough money to cover a car payment or making enough money to cover, I don't know, a soccer coach, or, maybe you're able to put an extra $100 a month towards retirement. Like, what inspires you? What inspires you? Like, we tend to make this, yes, we want to dream big, but we also want to set goals that are meaningful to people. Like, imagine Denise's life had she not had just an extra few $100s to cover car bills. Like, that's real stress, you guys. That's real stress that gets offloaded because you just have a couple of extra $100 in the bank. And here's the thing too. The average American is living paycheck to paycheck. They will lose everything and everything will collapse if there is not, if something goes wrong, a medical catastrophe, a wreck, a kid that gets sick, a medication that we don't regulate drug prices in the United States and it goes from $30 a month to $400 a month. It's like, those are real things that people relate to. I cried because 4 new people got paid $500 in January. Like, yeah, think about that, you guys. Think about that. Helen helped 4 people to earn $500. Like, that's extraordinary. Absolutely extraordinary. Okay. Let's move on. I'm getting excited myself. February promos are out and they are available for everyone right now. So if you have not turned on your subscribe and save order, I very strongly encourage you, place your subscribe and save order before the 5th of the month. Why do we do that? We do that because if something goes wrong with your credit card, you don't have time towards the end of the month to fix it. Another reason that we do that is because how many of you get obsessed with that heart tracker? Put some hearts into the feed, into the chat. If you get obsessed with that heart tracker, you have to place your order. Otherwise, that heart tracker is not going to move. There are so many people who leave their order until like the 30th of the month, and it simply makes no sense. So move your order up to the 5th of the month, or just move it to today. Whatever you gotta do. All right. February promos. Here we go. You can save $140 as well as your shipping when you participate in our tiered spending promos. All right. So these happen every single month. Every single month these happen. And this month we have our Sunset product and Menta Heart. So when you spend $200, you get free shipping. When you spend $250, you get free shipping and a free Kyani Sunset. And then when you have a $300 order, you get free shipping and the Sunset and the Menta Heart. So let me pull up the interwebs and we can close that down. All right. So the Sunset product is one of the products that is for the brain and the heart. And Dr. Sean actually has this video in the Builder app, and it's very short. And so I thought that we would learn.
When we talk about repairing our bodies.
Can you guys hear that? You can? Okay, good. All right.
We have to talk about a healthy inflammatory response. We need inflammation in the body. It's a natural process. We don't want it to be too low. We don't want it to be too high. We want it to be just right. Why do we want healthy inflammatory balance? Because that's when our cells repair themselves. If our inflammation is too high, that blocks our tissue repair. If our inflammation is too low, that can actually interfere with our immune system protecting us. Every one of our cells accumulates a little bit of damage as they're doing their normal metabolism throughout the day. A little bit of damage in our brains, in our hearts, in our muscles. Everywhere in our body, our cells are accumulating damage. By restoring normal inflammatory balance, we can help our tissues come back stronger, come back more vibrant. And the way to do that is with the nutrients in Sunset. Sunset contains wild-sourced omega-3s, astaxanthin from algae, and importantly, tocotrienols, the most potent form of vitamin E that can really get into the parts of the cell that can benefit most from an enhancement of recuperation and recovery. When we're not getting our sleep, when we're not moving our bodies, when we're not getting a good, prudent diet, those are all things that can set us off in terms of our inflammatory balance, and Sunset is a great way to get us back on track.
Love that video. Super easy to understand. We are so blessed to have Dr. Sean. So in the Kyani Sunset, we have the omega-3 fatty acids. We have beta carotene. We have our tocotrienols, that's vitamin E, vitamin D3, and then astaxanthin that are in there. So this is for cognitive function. And as we just heard Dr. Sean talk about, it's about having a healthy inflammatory response. I think oftentimes we get into this mindset, that we need to always boost the immune system. But as we just learned, that's simply not true. So we have the most potent form of vitamin E, helps us to maintain healthy cholesterol levels, and supports our cell membranes. All right. So this is American Heart Month, you guys. Get out there and start talking about healthy cholesterol. Hey, you can do a poll. How many of you are concerned about healthy cholesterol? How many of you are worried about your cholesterol being too high? How many of you would like to join me for a 7-day just daily check-in where we eat heart healthy foods? Post a photo of you in a red outfit, etc. So that is the Sunset. It comes free at $250. Now, I am going to not play this video from Builder, but I do want you to know that there is a Dr. Sean video in Builder. It's almost 7 minutes long, I think, which is kind of long to watch on a call. And also remember, hey, you guys, I spent several hours this week. This entire website experience on the homepage is going to get completely redesigned. Instead of it being about how do we just like randomly get education about things, we're working on getting the organization dialed in, making sure that all of your product silos are up to date. So you may see that we used to have like assets, ebooks, handouts, and nobody knows what that is. So we went through, cleaned up this experience and this navigation as we prepare to do a total overhaul of the logged out experience here on Learn Amare. And so if you are someone who says, I don't really know anything about mental heart, you can watch Dr. Sean's video. That this is right in the Builder app. You also, guys, can just read the website. Our website is so extraordinary. This is one of the 2 products that Amare has that is patented. Why is that cool? Well, in order to patent a supplement, you have to ensure that your supplement is fundamentally different than anything else on the market, right? You have to show why it is fundamentally different. So just like we had in Sunset, we also have astaxanthin, which is good for brain health, cardiovascular support, helps with oxidative stress, etc. We have our black seed oil. It's an ingredient people talk about, you guys. We have our bergamot extract as well as our palm fruit bioactives as well. So Menta Heart is going to be a great product for the gut, mind, heart axis. So gut brain axis, and then your feeling brain over here, your heart axis. What is this for? Heart brain axis, cardiovascular efficiency. This is my favorite thing about this supplement, is that it promotes overall cardiac output, the amount of blood that is output every time that you are pumping blood. It's a little bit different than stroke volume, but we don't have to get into our blood pressure hemodynamics. Just, it helps you to pump more blood without increasing the workload on the heart. That is my favorite part about this supplement. Again, you can talk about, hey, who is wanting to be sure that their blood pressure stays within a normal level? Who wants to ensure that their cholesterol stays within a normal level? Those are all great talking points for our Menta Heart product. I see 7 things in the chat. And so just making sure, it's just a love fest for Helen over here. Just a love fest for Helen. That's all we got. And it's, I can see where you guys are coming from. While we're on this page, I won't toggle back to the PowerPoint just because I know where we're going. You also this month can get a free Ignite. You guys, be who you are, but I can tell you, you talk about Ignite, there are going to be people that hate you, and all of a sudden you're going to have like 12 enrollments. Like, it's just going to like roll in. Talk about Ignite. Healthy sexuality is part of mental wellness, right? So this month you can get a free Ignite for him with the purchase of a Happy Hormone or a Happy Juice pack. This ends on February 15th. You guys, February 15th just happens to be my birthday. And I would love to know if I were to say the person who has done the most enrollments by my birthday, I would even be willing to say the person who has done the most to get current customers and brand partners to turn back on their subscribe and save orders by the 15th of the month. What do y'all want? $1,000 worth of product? Like, it's my birthday, y'all. We can do whatever we want. I would love to be able to offer you guys something that would just like knock your socks off. So talk about sexual wellness, you guys. People spewed bile at me because of my reel earlier this week. And then guess what? I did 4 enrollments in a day. I don't care. You can be mad at me if you want to. Like, other people understand that they are unhappy and unfulfilled without healthy sexuality, especially in a committed partnership. That's very stressful on couples to have this out of balance. So the Ignite for him has cordyceps mushrooms, an adaptogenic mushroom that supports stamina and drive. It also has rhodiola, which is my favorite of all the Ayurvedic herbs, which helps to balance the mood as well as support sexual desire. And then it has Tongkat Ali, which helps with healthy sexual life, vitality, supports healthy testosterone levels, hormone balance, and the generic name for Tongkat Ali is Long Jack. And so if you ever forget how to discuss this product, just remember Long Jack. There you go, right there. So you can get a free Ignite for him all month long. And then Allison, I see you on camera right now. And so let me just finish up these promos, and then I definitely want to talk to you a little bit more. Thank you for your patience. And so free Ignite for him. Code is Ignite. You do have to purchase either a Happy Juice pack or a Happy Hormones pack. And while Allison is responding to one of my questions in just a moment, I will drop in some copy that I use to describe the Happy Hormones pack. All right, so there is the Ignite. Free memberships come all the way through the 15th of the month. I don't have any indication that we will have free partnerships all month like we did last month. So please, please take advantage of being able to stack the welcome code with all the other February promos. So people who are signing up can get a free Happy Juice tumbler with the purchase of a Happy Juice pack. And it says any Happy Juice pack. And I told my graphic designer, like, how confusing is this? Excludes mango. Okay. It's any Happy Juice pack except the mango. And so you can grab a watermelon with a dragon fruit, a watermelon with an energy plus, with pomegranate. You can grab a Happy Juice pack on the go. You can do whatever you want. It just doesn't include the mango, but you can get those tumblers. Also, you guys, be on the lookout. I was, cleaning out I had to go downstairs and get paper for my printer. Came across some more of the Happy Juice stickers. And so I will be putting those back up for sale tomorrow. And I have a very limited inventory, but if you want Happy Juice stickers, they're coming back. So, all right, Allison, you are like my favorite kind of person because you have decided that you want to start sharing all about your experience at Amare before you have even gotten your products. And in fact, you said that you really want to be sure that you get your Focus on 5 before your products even arrive. That is so, so cool. I would love to hear what's got you so fired up to be here with the Mental Wellness Warriors.
Well, I've been like stalking the product for like probably a good 6 months. And it wasn't until someone I knew started using the product, Jen, who isn't on tonight. They're on their way to Costa Rica. But it was like we started chatting and it was a bit of a game changer because it literally checks the boxes of all the things I've been struggling with for like probably 4 years. And when I say struggling, it's perimenopause, the bloating, anxiety, sudden anxiety, those kinds of things, weight gain, so that, just nothing is helping. So, and I'm not new to network marketing. I've been doing it for like close to a decade.
Yep.
But this is the first time, I was talking with my partner actually about this today, this is the first time I felt like an insane amount of passion for a product, and I haven't even tried it. And that's just because I feel so much belief already. And I think that that's really big. And I feel like if I have that belief, I want other people to have it and then being able to pass that along. And then I've also feel like because this is the most belief I've ever had in a product that I've done with network marketing, that I truly want to help people before I even get my product, because it doesn't matter if I have my product because it doesn't make that difference. So like if I don't have a product in the product line, there's no reason I can't help people with a product that I don't even have. So it's almost like that, proving it to myself, but being able to just, yeah.
So tell us, how are you approaching people when you haven't even tried the product? Like, what are you saying to them as you go to them?
Yeah. So the thing I'm getting a response with right now is my reels are getting responses with like drop a heart or comment like with a word to get my blueprint for what's working for me in perimenopause. And it literally starts a conversation then, because it literally, I'm just sending them like 3 things that I'm doing. And the third thing is Happy Juice. And then I'm like, but tell me what you're going through. Like, what are you experiencing? And so then the conversation's just all of a sudden is naturally talking about what they're going through. And yeah, I've sent out, I have 3 carts right now, waiting for people to actually like bite the bullet. And working with someone who is worried about an allergy. So like we're having those conversations, and they're saying things that it's like, oh my gosh, like you need this in your life, like right now. I feel this, like I feel like, I know exactly what you're going through. So it's really relatable because I'm really narrowed down on my niche. And I'm really, really targeting anyone in that 40 to 50 range.
So I want to say, I'm sure some people hear you and they go, well, she hasn't tried the product. She's lying. Like that Happy Juice is helping her in perimenopause. Happy Juice has made you feel passionate and driven and
Mm-hmm.
excited again. That is equally as beneficial to your mental wellness as saying like, oh, I measured my 4-point cortisol and my cortisol level's lower. In
Yeah.
fact, it might even be more inspirational because people are like, I would love to feel more passion. I would love to feel more. So
Mm-hmm.
I am cheering you on. Everybody type a
Thank
5
you.
in the chat to give Allison not only a high five, but also to help her get her focus on 5, which is of course a quintessential part of our comp plan. So thank you so much,
Thank
Allison.
you.
So grateful to have you here. Kaylin, can you unmute, friend? And I don't have many slides about Canada, but you were the only person who was able to get on the Canada call. And so even though it can be perfectly imperfect, if you can just give us some of the high points, that would be super, super helpful. And let me get back to my slides.
Lindsay, give me 1 minute. I'm going to go grab my notes.
Okay, great. Canada updates as we are allowing Kaylin to shine. The official launch of Amare Canada is coming February the 12th. February the 12th, the official launch is coming. Let's plan to be on at 5 Mountain Time, 7 Eastern Time. That is when our celebration is going to be. Please take a note from Kaylin and get there early. Get there early because otherwise you ain't going to get in, and allow your leadership to continually go to the company and just say, guys, we got to have rooms. We got to have bigger rooms. Please also know that the replay is posted in the Canada Amare group, and I have heard a few people say that they've been denied access because they're based in the US and not in Canada. So I will be sure to communicate with Wilson and Tracy that, hey guys, we need everybody in here. Your amazing team leaders have already gone to Wilson and Tracy and asked for a private call with them to talk about Canada. So we will be on the lookout for that to happen. Be sure we know what we're working with before we launch. After this call, I will also post the product price guide. So Kaylin, take it away.
Okay, so from what I understand, we have OTG, which is on the ground, which is Canadian pricing, and NFR, which is not for resale, which means you cannot resell it in Canada. And this is coming from the US. So there's a OTG site, which is where you can buy in Canadian pricing, and there's a NFR site where you can buy in US pricing. So Canadians can either put their subscribe and save and purchase through OTG or NFR, but you cannot purchase from both sites. It has to be one or the other, and they get to decide what they want to do. This is phase 1 of what's happening. So there's multiple phases, and they're not going to be releasing anymore, at least on that call they didn't. So all products have been submitted to Health Canada, and I know that shipping in conversion is about $59. So the $59 on the NFR site will still be there if Canadians decide that they want to purchase in US dollars. Otherwise, it's $22 on the OTG. And I posted pictures, and I can post them again in other groups if I need to, but there's the website, and the website will have what's called mental wellness. And mental wellness is where you're going to go to the NFR site. So there's certain products, and they didn't get into the nitty gritty of what products are on each site. They just said on the pricing, it's different. What else? They're going to have free Canadian upgrades from customers to brand partners for a year. So if you have to upgrade, that's going to be going on for a year. And that will be also in the back office. So it will like naturally be a thing, but they have to, let me see if I can look at my notes. When you upgrade, it has to be in NFR, I believe.
My instinct would tell me the opposite would be true, but
Yeah.
we can really be sure that we're ultra clear.
Yeah. So
That happens.
converting to brand partner, moving from NFR back to OG, customer in NFR has to complete the checkout process as normal on the NFR site. Once complete, click on the go to return home market. Ensure that the flag in the upper right hand of the screen is Canada, and then go to the customer profile and upgrade for free to brand partner.
We are going to figure all of this out. This is just brand new for all of us. And so I'm really excited. Best news ever. We were able to already get a lot of screen grabs of what this is going to look like. And I will ensure that we set up time with the sales manager and the country manager to come in and have a call with us. Kaylin, just one question, and then we'll move on quickly. Did they give a list of products that are officially registered in OTG, or is it the whole product line? Okay, so we don't know yet.
But it didn't sound like all the products will be on the OTG.
Well, and you know what? Wait, I have this answer myself. It's right here, you guys. So what I will post in our Facebook group, here is the list. So we are looking for the product bundle. It looks like we have Edge 2-pack.
Oh, there was another thing I forgot. So the subscribe and save. So subscribe and save can either be ordered through OTG or NFR, but it just depends on where your subscribe and save order is set. So if you choose to be an OTG, your subscribe and save will be OTG. If you're NFR, it will be NFR.
Got it. Okay. Another thing I have learned, you guys, this was one of the things that slowed us down with Health Canada, is that Energy Plus is a problem because anything that's labeled as energy has to have X amount of caffeine in it. Ours didn't. So when you see this Amare Spark in dragon fruit, that is what we're looking at. So it does not look, we'll be sure that we figure out these different product names. This is a common thing when expanding into new markets. So more to follow up on Canada. I know this is still a little bit like clear as mud, you guys, as my teacher would say, but just suffice it to say, February the 12th, we all need to be screaming from the rooftops, and you honestly need to be inviting people right now. So everybody, there is still time to get double Path to Paradise points. Very important. The sooner you can enroll somebody and the sooner you can get them placing their first 6 orders, they will be able to earn, you will be able, to earn additional Path to Paradise points. If you don't know what Path to Paradise is, we are going to Athens, Greece, as well as Mykonos, as well as Crete, as well as Zakynthos. And then we are headed to Kotor, Montenegro, and then to Split, Croatia. I am pretty sure this will be about my 15th trip to Split, Croatia. I want to go and add them all up at some point. Then we are also going to Venice, Italy. So how you achieve Path to Paradise, super simple to find. It is readily available online. The way that you achieve Path to Paradise is by enrolling people and helping your personally enrolled people go up in rank. That is your goal. That is your main goal. If you have questions, concerns, do not understand how to read through all of this, please ask your enroller, because this is something that we want to be on this boat, you guys. We want to be on this boat And so we have an opportunity to earn the Path to Paradise, and doubling those Path to Paradise points is a great way to get there quickly. So let's check out where all we are going to be going on our cruise. I'm ready to be on that boat, you guys. I am ready to be on that boat with all of you. Type boat in the chat if you are. You guys can't see anything? What the French toast? Do y'all want me to play it again? Oh, I think I'm gonna want to do it. All right. It's so short and it makes me really happy. So let's just go for it. Can you guys see now? Can you hear? Okay. All right, you guys, now type boat. Now type boat in the chat. There we go. All right, what else do we have on the agenda this evening? Updates to Love Your Journey. How many of you are so excited about the updates to Love Your Journey? Like, come on, guys. We're getting paid in cash now, and not in gifts. That's amazing. So these are the new rules for Love Your Journey. To remind you, if you want to earn Love Your Journey, all you have to do is get to the rank of silver or higher, maintain it for 3 calendar months within 1 year. Here's my favorite part. You can either take a lump sum or you can take a consistency bonus. Okay. So you will actually earn more money over time once you hit diamond if you do what it is called amortization, where you're spreading out your payments over time. And so you can take this consistency bonus that allows you to get paid out over the course of years instead of getting paid right up front in a lump sum, which can have some amazing tax benefits. It's also just consistency for your family. I mean, you guys, imagine what an extra $375 would do for a lot of people out there. Really, really extraordinary. Love these updates. Super excited. And I can't tell you what it is, but there is going to be one announcement at convention that is going to just make you guys so excited and just so in it to win it. If you haven't gotten your convention tickets, now is your moment to do it. All right. We're getting close to out of time, but this question on our last Friday call, these questions really got some people to stop and think. So one of the things we have to be able to do is approve of ourselves in this business. And so I'm going to go through this really quickly. We're not going to have time to talk about it because we still want to go through our upcoming calls. Ask yourself all these questions, and I will put them in our Facebook groups. What are your gifts? What are 5 things you like about yourself? What people make you feel special? And what is a moment of personal triumph that you remember? And we can go back, and I apologize that the call from Friday is not posted yet, but we are working on getting it posted. We're going to do more of this leadership call on our Friday call. Do want to let you know, corporate calls. We have our monthly kickoff, which is past. Brand partner call is tomorrow, people. Mediterranean Monday for the people who have earned at least 200 points on the Path to Paradise. We have our Science Social Hour with Dr. Sean. And I don't know why these are out of order, but we have our Level Up virtual event, and we usually have a little something that happens around a little time of the month. And that's the Level Up virtual event. We typically have some great speakers and sometimes even have some great offers. Laura, just being such an example of leadership, has said, look, let's call Saturday just love day. And we're going to reach out to people and just wish them happy Valentine's Day. And just tell them, hey, I see you, I love you. Happy Love Day. And so join Laura and set aside some time to reach out and simply love on some people. That is going to be on Saturday the 10th. Noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. So that is coming up. Team calls this month. No social media call this month. So Wednesday, 1 p.m. is off of our calendars. Thursday call that I am teaching is going to be about drug interactions with supplements. This is going to be a great class, you guys. Friday call. Listen to the Ed Milet show. It's 25 minutes. In that episode, he quotes this philosopher, epic someone. He quotes MLK. He quotes Gandhi. He quotes the Bible. He quotes, it's the best Ed Milet show I think I've ever listened to. And we're going to be talking all about it on Friday. And if anybody happens to have downloaded a transcript, please upload it to our group. I'm going to go in search of one because I think it'll help facilitate our conversations. We also have our fearless pioneer. Sarah Hine is going to be hosting a call with her daughter, Alex. And Alex went from a struggling mom to a mother, a business owner, and is now providing another stream of income for the family. So please join us on Thursday night for Sarah's call. It is AmariPioneers.com. This is a great call for anybody who has a more faith-driven approach. Also, you guys, Brooke and Brett Thomas have been absolutely kicking it out of the park on the first Friday calls. I'll be sure you know about those. It's business, 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 and then they take the last few minutes to pray for anybody who wants to pray with them. Otherwise, you can just bounce and you can learn from their years and years of business experience along the way. Sarah tends to do her calls a little bit opposite. She leads with it. So if that's something that you don't want to be a part of, just don't show up right then and then come later to learn about the business. So come to all of our meetings, and that is all I have this evening with like 30 seconds to spare. We are going to all be on the boat, all be on the boat, all be on the boat. We are going to definitely all be on the boat. As we leave, I just want everybody to continue to get excited about our mango happy juice. So how many of you have purchased the mango happy juice? Type mango in the chat if you have tried it. If you have tried it, tell us what you love about mango happy juice. All right, everybody, that is all we have for this evening. So our next call that we have will be on Thursday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is going to be live streamed on Facebook as well as on our Zoom. Mango, 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 mango. I love the taste. I love the focus. I love the energy. So much energy, and my sleep is amazing. So much focus. I love it. My sound is a fail. You guys, my cat got mauled last night. Like, I'm on the struggle bus today. Like, you know, it's not the easiest thing. Great. Laura posted the link to Brooke and Brett's call, and I am going to go soak in a bath and just love myself and give myself grace and compassion. All right, you guys, talk soon. Bye, everybody. Good night.